What's happening, guys? What's happening? So I've got a video for you today. Some good words of encouragement. We need to be doers. Somebody who says they're going to do something and does it. That's who we need to be. It means sticking to your goals. It means if you say you're going to lose 20 kilos or 20 pounds, it means you're going to stick to that goal. It means you're going to do what it takes to achieve it. Men will see something, right? And they'll obtain it whatever way that they can. If you have a mindset and you say to yourself, oh, I want to lose 20 kilos one day, that's a weak mindset. It's a weak mindset. If you want to lose 20 kilos, if you're not happy with your body and you want to lose 20 kilos, you need to do that. You need to figure out what it's going to take to do that, the steps. It's very easy when you take the steps that need to be taken in order to achieve what you need to achieve. I've done so many things in my life that I didn't think I could do. Getting a job, a higher paying job. It's pretty easy when you break down the steps that you need to do and you do each step to get to where you need to get the licenses, to get the qualifications. For me, I was scared to pull apart my motorcycle. I have a Yamaha YZF-R1 at home, 2004 motorcycle, and I bought that in the Gold Coast. I thought it's an R1, and I did the stupid thing, and I swapped my home, which was a van at the time, pretty much for that motorcycle. I was ecstatic. I hadn't owned an R1. Ultimately, that wasn't the best decision because I ended up having to come back home to Melbourne because I had nowhere to live. I was living inside of a storage unit. But I still kept the R1. Yeah, I kept the motorcycle, and I kept it for like 2-3 years before I actually put it back on the road. Until I met somebody. I met somebody who, at a new job that I worked at. I said, I have an R1. Maybe you reckon you can help me figure out a problem, an electrical issue? And he said, yeah, sweet. He helped me out. He came over. He helped me figure out the electrical issue. But I said, look, I got so much that I need to do. And he's like, when are you going to get it back on the road? I said, I don't know, man. I got to get the frame. Like, I had to change the whole frame apart. I found out that the frame to this bike was damaged in a way. I had to take out the whole engine and put it in a new frame. And I thought, I don't know if I should sell it or if I should do it. He's like, just do it. Like, what do you mean? He's like, just do it. I had the frame there. I said, I don't know. I need to find somebody who can help me with that. He's like, you can do it. He's like, you got all the tools. And we started doing it. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah, man, it's easy. You could probably get this done in like 2 hours, and he started just taking the engine out of the bike. I'm like, okay, yeah, sweet. I was joining him, and he got a call from his missus. He's like, oh, I got to go. See you, man. And I'm just left, and this, and this bike is halfway out, and I had no other option. I had no other option but to continue on the journey. I had to find each bolt that was holding the engine in and take it all out. I dropped the engine and I put it in. I got to a point of about 98% done. There was like 2% left that I needed to do. I pulled the whole bike's engine out of the frame. I put it in a new frame. I replaced everything that needed to be replaced. And then there was just some routing issues that I was having where I had to route the throttle, and they were giving me a hard time on the roadworthy. But look, moral of the story is, I made a friend, and that friend said, you can do it. You can do it. You just need to do the thing. He even started helping me, but then he left. Okay? I'm your friend. Listen to my words now. You can do it. All right? You can do it. All you got to do is do the thing. You want to lose 20 kilos? Start doing a light jog. At night time, go out and just run around the block. It's that simple. That's how you become a doer. You just decide, like, fuck it. Why not a little bit of change? You know what I mean? It's the greatest thing ever because it's exciting. It's fun. When things are stagnant and you've just been doing the same shit for so long, and you decide to just up and change something so drastically, It's fun. It's exciting, man. And people start to be like, is he all right? Is he getting sick or something? What's wrong with him? And people will start to pick on everything that you're doing, because you're not staying you're not staying conformed to the same thing that you've been doing. People love it. When you start losing weight, when you start looking good, people start to try and throw you off. They don't know that they're doing it, but they try to throw you right off. Okay? They'll say like, are you sure, you want to keep going to gym? You're starting to look a bit anorexic. But you know that you're still overweight. But they'll tell you that you're looking anorexic and that maybe you need to start eating more. It's because you put up a mirror. When you start making changes, when you start becoming a doer, all right, and you start doing shit that you know that needs to be done, you put up a mirror in front of others. Everywhere you walk, you're a walking mirror, a walking reflection of other people. People start to see themselves in their own pitfalls, downfalls, and their own insecurities through you. Because you start to change, your face starts to become more attractive and more thin. And you start to look different than what you normally look. They become insecure because they start to think, oh, I wish I could do that. Why is he changing? That means I would have to change. They don't know that they're doing it. The subconscious mind is trying to soil your plans of the other person. They're trying to soil your plans, and they don't even know that they're trying to do that. But they do that because you're a mirror. You become a walking mirror, and people just we're naturally jealous of each other. That's just what happens. We see something we want and we become envious that we don't have it. So that's okay. If people start to do that, it's okay. Don't fall off. Just keep doing. Do the exciting thing. You know what I mean? Just pick yourself up and start running around the block at night time. While everyone's going to bed, get out there and start jogging. You know what I mean? Get your fat ass out of the house and start jogging around the block. You want to lose that weight? Go out and do it. And then in a month's time, I'm telling you, a month's time, if you were overweight like I was, in a month's time, if you do that every night, you just go out for a jog every night, okay, you're going to start eating smaller, okay, you're going to feel different, your whole brain structure's changing because you're physically moving. You're doing something that you haven't done before, which means you're going to want to change everything else. You're going to try to find your footing in a new place. And that means healthier eating habits. It all starts with a bit of a movement. Just jog around the block and then start eating smaller. Mate, I did the drastic thing, the crazy thing. I thought I was Rocky Balboa, brother. I cracked 3 eggs into a cup and I'm just like almost throwing up trying to swallow these 3 eggs. Because I'd already lost 10 kilos at that point. And I've cracked 3 eggs and I'm like, yeah, this is what you got to do. I think I Googled it, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. And I tried it. I never tried that shit again. I did eat the size of my fist, like I started eating smaller. Every meal that I ate was the size of my closed fist. So that's the changes that I made. I just started running around my block. I didn't want to do it in the daytime because I was scared people would look at me and laugh because I was a big guy. And I like to do things with energy, you know what I mean? Like I chuck on my drum and bass and I fucking pretend like I'm doing parkour, brother. I'm like jumping off of people's letterboxes and like getting caved in. I'm joking, I wasn't, but I wanted to. But at the end of the day, I had more confidence to run at night. So I did the thing. I figured out the thing that needed to be done in order to achieve the goal that I wanted to achieve, and I did it. I didn't let my insecurities hold me back. I had an insecurity. I didn't want to run in the daytime because I didn't want people to look at me running and like, look at this fat running around the block. So I did it at night time where people couldn't see me. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. So figure out the thing you need to do and do it. Become the doer. Just like my friend shifted my whole brain. He helped shift my brain into doing shit. I said, oh, I don't know, I need to find somebody to help me do it. He's like, I'll help you right now. He started taking apart the engine. And then halfway through, he left me. I'm like, shit. So I had 2 options then. I either had to finish the job, or I could blame him and say, oh, he just left me. He just left me. And now I don't know what to do. No, I kept finding more bolts to take the engine out. I started using my brain. This brain here that you have in your head is so powerful. Don't let the world change that, okay? From when you were a kid, when you were a young Todd, all right? Your brain had power. When it was putting the puzzle pieces together, it put the triangle piece in the circle piece. That didn't work. Okay, so it puts it in the square piece. That's not working. So it puts it in the triangle piece. Finally, it comes through. You become a doer. We were doers as children. We didn't care which hole it went in.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
We tried to put the circle in the star and the circle in the triangle. It didn't work. Who cares? Just jam it in there. That's what we need to retain. The doer. The doer is so important. In business, in health and fitness, everything that requires something to be done. All right? The doers get shit done like water is wet, my brother. So just get it done. Just do it. Like you're a little kid again. Just force the freaking shape into one of the shapes. And if it doesn't work, whoops. If you break the toy, go call an adult. No, but seriously, just apply a bit of force, you know? It's the same with business. If you're not ready to throw down a few $100s, okay, on a website, if you're not willing to throw down a few $100s on some stock, or maybe a few $1,000s on some stock, you know, then your business idea is always going to stay up there. My idea is do it. Do it. Buy the website. Start running around the block. Run around your local block. Get the gym membership. Do what needs to be done. Execute efficiently. And you don't have to make progress in one day. You're not going to make like 100% progress in one day. But you take one step, that's one step closer to the top of the staircase. You don't need to see the whole staircase in order to get to the top. But you do need to take the first step. Doing. If you found this in any way motivational or encouraging, leave a comment. Give us a like, it helps the algorithm. Subscribe. Okay, I post videos every 1 or 2 days. Okay, that's going to encourage you to become your best self. I'm on the same journey myself too now. I've come a long way and I've still got a long way to go. This self-control journey is a forever journey. Okay, so God bless, guys. I'll see you on the next one.